Welcome back to another episode of What's Cooking. I'm your host, Patricia Kutsia. In today's episode, we're going to make something that goes really well with a cup of tea, a cup of coffee, or a mug of hot chocolate. But I don't want to give too much away. This is the guest's kitchen today, so they'll be telling you all about it. Who we have in the kitchen, he's a fashionista, he's an artist, he's a musician, he's everything under the sun. So don't go anywhere so we can meet him and he can tell you a little bit more about himself. But before we move over to that, we just like to thank Kitchen 82 for hosting us, Metro Fresh for sponsoring this episode, as well as Coca-Cola.
Another voting thing. Really, every day it's just voting. Like, what is actually voting? Like, why should I actually vote? Like, what is actually, do I really want to vote? Maybe I should vote, but like what? Let me go see who can I go ask, cause, yeah, voting.
Hey, how are you?
Good. I have a question.
What's up?
So every day I'm just seeing voting. Like, vote, guys, go register. Now I'm just like, what is voting actually? Like, why should I vote? Like, as a young person.
That's such like a legitimate question to ask because like we really do be wondering why should we vote? It's so important. Voting is so important as part of a democracy. You choosing your future leaders, you choosing which party that you want to choose that are going to lead you into the future. And it's so important for us as youth because it affects us the most. The people that are leading us, people that are taking us into the future. These are the decisions that we need to make because they are going to be part of the lawmakers. They are going to be part of the people that decide essentially how our country looks like. So it's up to us to decide what we want to choose, which party that we want to choose, why we should vote.
You know, now that you explained it like that, I'm totally gonna register.
Right?
Because I saw this article about voting, but I'm just like,
We gotta vote, girl. We gotta vote. We might as well go now.
Yeah.
Right? Let's go.
We should like go plan. Like, sort it out. Totally.
And welcome back. As promised, we have a very special guest in the kitchen with us today, here to bake something sweet for you that goes well with your coffee, tea, and a little bit of hot chocolate. But let me not give away too much and allow him to introduce himself. So welcome to the kitchen, Meneer Karel Skikkerling.
Hello, Patricia. How are you?
Oh, good. How are you doing?
Great. It's great to be here.
I am so excited to bake with you today. You know what?
Me too.
Peanut butter is my number one thing. It's like,
Love it.
it goes well as a snack. You can put it in anything, literally almost anything,
Yeah,
and it
literally.
goes perfectly well. But before we get into this recipe, why don't you tell our viewers a little bit about who Karel is?
So I am mostly a creative. I love creating. I'm an artist. So I see my music, if it's painting, if it's cooking, I see it all as art. So yeah, that's what I love.
As you should, we have a true
yeah.
artist in the kitchen.
Mhm.
So that's why you're head chef
Yeah.
and or head baker for today's episode, and I'm just here to assist you with anything that you need. But before we dive in, I just have to know, I do follow you on Instagram and Facebook. So there's this little thing called Karel's Adventures.
Yes.
So
right.
that's where we get to see all of your paintings. But there's one specific thing that you do on a regular basis, and that is your sip and paint events. Can you just tell us more about where that stemmed from and like why you decided that this is the perfect thing for you to like go into right now?
Yeah, so I was actually a year ago, I was still working in a normal like corporate
Setup,
environment.
yeah.
And I didn't realize actually I wasn't happy. And then things didn't work out, so I had 7 weeks open before I had to leave the country for a wedding. And then I just remembered this initiative from something that I saw in Cape Town when I was a student. And I was like, let's just give it a try. And then by my surprise, it just did really well. I had a paint and sip every weekend in that 7 weeks. And in the beginning of this year, I was just like, I think I have to make it a
regular
living
thing,
and a
yes.
regular thing. And that led to me opening up a studio. So now I don't only do the events on weekends, I also teach art in the week for grown-ups, kids, everyone.
So
Yeah.
even though I do not have a creative bone in my body when it comes to art, specifically art, I cannot draw and paint to save my life. You'll be able to, when I join a sip and paint, I won't feel out of
Yeah.
place.
Yeah, because usually, excuse me, usually people just want to do something different. They want to relax. They want to get their mind off the just the everyday
Yeah.
hectic life. So I think my paint and sip is something that it challenges yourself, and I also think people get to learn something new about themselves that they didn't know.
And I'm assuming the snacks are also a bonus, you know.
Yeah,
These
so
things
I
always
do.
have snacks.
I do give food, and actually, I make the food myself as well.
Okay.
Because I grew up in a home where my mom's a great cook. So I remember myself as a little boy actually baking cookies. And
Yeah.
I actually saw in the picture there's a little fork that they press.
Yeah.
And that's what we used to do. We used to bake
get the
hundreds
cute
of
little
cookies.
shape.
And then you
Yeah.
put the fork in.
Okay, so we
and,
do have the perfect guest here to make some cookies with us.
Yeah.
But without any delay, let's get right into it.
Let's do it.
Okay, so guys, just a heads up, this is a TikTok. This is a TikTok recipe.
Inspired, yeah.
Inspired TikTok recipe. So me and Carl are gonna give it our ultimate best and hopefully
will.
make TikTok proud, you know? Let's
So
dive
you
into
start
this.
with the butter.
They said 125
Okay.
grams. That's like
Just open it.
here, a little bit, like there.
Usually, like, I have a cousin and she never
Like,
bakes
unless
from...
it's more or less.
Yeah, and the thing is, baking is like a science. Because about measuring.
Yeah.
And if you go wrong, you'll see it in your end results. So that's
Hopefully
why it
we
makes
don't
it.
go. Let's just do this so I can see where on earth I'm supposed
Yeah.
to cut. Like that's 100.
I think yeah, that's 100. So, to go a
So-
little bit more. And I mean, butter is like the. It's
Let's
what
do
makes
this.
life amazing.
That's half.
So we can't go wrong
That's
with
50.
butter.
So if we do that,
Yeah, let's do that.
there we go.
A little bit bigger.
Just a little bit.
Just
okay.
for some extra.
Okay, that's.
It's winter. We need the. we need-
Here we go. This is a little bit frozen on the inside, so we're gonna mash away. Gonna have to mash.
I need a gym session.
So here's your wooden spoon. So I'm
Okay.
gonna leave you for the mashing, trying to get that hard butter.
Usually, when you use your hands,
You can use your hands if you want. If that,
this
if that is
gonna
how you
take
want
a
to
while.
go about it,
No, we
use your
can't.
hands. Maybe you should cut it into smaller pieces. It will be easier to mash, I think. Let's cut it.
Are we cut now or not?
We're continuing. Should I cut it into smaller pieces? Or are you managing?
I
What a way to make baking
What
fun.
a way.
Bloopers so early in the episode. guys.
yeah, it's a bit of comedic relief.
Welcome to My.NA Cars, your ultimate destination for everything automotive.
I am your host, Diana Master.
Teamwork makes the dream work, right?
Discover the latest models, innovative technologies, and expert insights from our passionate hosts. Learn essential maintenance tips and get exclusive behind-the-scenes access to the automotive industry. Don't miss My.NA Cars on NTV every Thursday at 2100 hours. Tune in and ignite your passion for automobiles.
We're
We're back.
So after
melted our butter.
struggling, yeah, there's a big struggle. We decided to just melt it, just to make it a bit
Yeah,
easier.
it's winter. It's winter. We didn't.
Yeah, I bought a chocolate like earlier today.
Yeah, it didn't.
And usually it's like soft chocolate, but that thing was so hard, I couldn't even bend it.
Yeah.
Those jungle bars, like not even the nuts one, like the dark chocolate one. I tried to bend
Yeah.
it and it was so difficult, guys.
Could you chew it at least?
I had to, I'm not going to waste my money
Not
and not
break
eat
a
it. I
tooth.
had to
Chip a
leave
tooth
it
or something.
in the office just to, you know. Imagine chipping a tooth on a piece of chocolate.
It happens. It
Oh
happens.
my goodness. Okay.
Okay,
the
so
next
250
grams. That's
1 cup of sugar.
yes. That is luckily does not require a genius to pour this
Do
in.
it over there. Yeah, everyone can do this.
Yeah, this is literally a very easy
More,
recipe.
more.
More?
Yes, the thing needs to be full.
Like completely full. You see, this is why I don't bake.
Okay.
That's enough, right?
Put it in.
Cool.
And then we mix it.
It's starting to look like the TikTok video, guys.
Yeah.
We're doing
should we-
something right. We're doing something right.
This is what butter and sugar looks like when they. So, do you have any memories baking as a child? Something
If
that
you
do.
call mud cakes a thing, like literal mud cakes, yes.
Yeah, we all
We
did
would
that.
make there was a special mud cake that I used to like. It's the one with the hole in the middle.
Yes, yes.
I would always make that when we would have our quote
Crazy.
unquote baking competitions outside in the yard.
Yeah. I grew up on a farm, so we did that all the time. We never played in the house. We were always outside. I think this
Outdoors
is
kids. That looks actually really good.
perfect.
It looks exactly like the
Yeah.
TikTok video.
I think we
Now
have
I've
enough butter.
actually been thinking I should probably join a sip and paint class
We should.
very soon. You said it's every week.
Yeah, so it's every week. No, I'm lying. My art classes is every week.
Okay.
My sip and paint is usually, I do mostly private bookings. So people book for birthday parties, bachelorette parties, even literally today I got for like kids' birthday parties.
Okay.
So then we take out the wine, obviously, and we just
Of
bring
course,
in
of
a
course.
nice iced tea or whatever your
Juice,
child wants to
whatever they
drink.
want.
But then something very exciting. Actually, a month ago, I started doing paint and sip events at the Village Garden. So we're
Okay.
going to do a monthly event there now, and the next one we're just still busy working on the
Logistics behind
logistics.
it.
But it's going to be around the 27th of June this month. So yeah, then it's
Okay.
open to the public, and then anyone can come and attend.
That
yeah.
sounds super cool.
Yeah.
I can't wait for that. Maybe I should
Definitely.
make a point to go and join the sip and paint. I've never been to a
Yeah.
sip and paint, yet alone an art class. So first step should be sip and paint, and from there maybe I'll join an art
Yeah.
class. Who knows? But
That's
do
how it
not
works.
go anywhere. Me and Carol will be right back to show you how we attempt some TikTok recipes.
Round two.
Hi, friends!
So me and Carol gathered all our rest of our ingredients. Like we said, this is a TikTok thing. So
That's
it's
easy.
It's super easy. So I want to roll up my sleeves for this one because now we're going to get to the real part of baking. So
The
we,
dirty, we're gonna get
exactly. We got
hands
our
dirty. Yeah.
sugar and butter all nicely mixed. So
Mm-hmm.
the next part is
Peanut butter.
so
1 cup as well.
and it's even the chunky peanut butter, so you know it's gonna taste good.
Do you want to
So
do the?
I'll see how we.
Hopefully the peanut butter is also not frozen. Frozen
It's
like
not
the
frozen.
butter.
Okay, good. It's not frozen. That's already a good sign. You can never have too much peanut butter, I think.
You know,
Do you think
Never
one more
mind.
spoon?
yes, because there's a lot of open space. in there.
I'll get a nice big one.
A big one. Perfect.
And then we mix that all
Put it in.
in.
Okay.
Soos ek weer moet uitkrap, but okay.
I'll use this spoon. Then-
Oh. I love that we got crunchy peanut butter.
Yeah, crunchy ones.
With the cookies, it works.
Then
I
you
don't
sound
really like
really like a
crunchy
chef.
peanut butter.
It adds a new flavor profile to the dish.
Okay. Yes, sir. I'll just add that.
And then we mix.
We start mixing. So while you mix, why don't you tell us a little bit more of where your love for art, and you mentioned that you also do music.
Yeah.
Like, where does the love for all of this stem from?
So I was just born with it. I'm not joking. Actually, I had this from a friend the other day. One of my friends, she's a astrophysics student, and I asked her like, how did you decide to do that? And she said I was born into it. And for me, it's the same because my grandfather, he was an artist.
Okay.
He sang, he like drew and painted, and yeah. So I just always my childhood
just a
memories
thing.
is like being with him, playing the piano with him, drawing, and I think I was born to it. And I never actually thought that I would make a living out of it.
But you
Just-
ended up doing it,
Yeah,
which is
which
beautiful.
is amazing. Yeah, because
Yeah.
growing up here in Namibia, like when I was a kid, like this is not 20 years ago, people didn't teach their kids to actually pursue art. Like when I was in high school, it was all about physics and
The accounting,
all the
the
engineering,
maths, yes.
doctors, medical fields. And I'm just so happy that I never listened to those people. Because I'm a living testimony that it can work.
possible,
It's
yes.
possible for you to, if you want to become a chef, even if you want to do art, if you want to do music, to follow your dreams. Because
Yeah, not
I
limit
believe,
yourself.
yeah, and I believe in God's plan for your life.
Yes,
And
exactly.
if His plan for you is to do this, it will happen. You just have
Whether
to.
you like it or not.
Well, yeah, take it step by step.
I think it's ready for
It's
the egg.
ready for the egg and the vanilla essence.
One large egg
Yeah.
coming.
Did you know,
right
fun
up.
fact, egg breaks easier, and there's no little eggshells don't go in if you break it against each other.
Really?
Yeah, it's like if you take two and because only the one will break.
Yeah. Okay.
So yeah, even if
I
you
think we'll
only
try that.
okay, and some vanilla.
It was this one, right?
It was 5, yes.
Okay, vanilla essence
1
coming
teaspoon.
right up.
Perfect.
There we go.
I never understood as a child why vanilla essence smells so good, but when you taste it, it's like the most
Too
disgusting
much
thing.
vanilla essence in anything, whether it's cake or cookies, it's just,
Yeah.
it just ruins it
It will ruin it.
completely.
Okay, so now it's getting very like liquidy because of all
The flowers coming
the
in really
wet
soon.
ingredients.
So this next part, it's a lot of math involved.
Yeah.
So I'm going to be stirring if you don't mind.
Okay.
While you pour in
Yeah,
the
let's
flour. Because I don't want
Switch
to
roles.
be fighting here with my math skills.
Okay. Like even me, hey, I had to choose. I think up until grade 10, I could do both. Art and math was just like.
Yeah.
But then it got quite hectic, and it was either going to be math or art.
Yeah, it can't be
And I
both.
chose art.
I know, I would have
Yeah.
also chosen art now. Math is not my
Okay.
forte.
So the recipe says 325.
Yes.
So we're going to make it interesting and use different.
Size. This smells really good.
Yeah,
All
you
I
can
smell
smell
is
the peanut butter.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to do it like this. A little spillage will be fine.
So, like I said, I follow you on Instagram and on Facebook. So
Yeah.
I do see not what a daily life in
Yeah.
your life looks like, but what more or less you get up to and
Yeah.
get yourself into.
Yes.
And I have realized that there's a part of you that loves to dress up for occasions. There's a
Yeah.
stylist hidden in there, just waiting to burst out.
Yeah.
Can you tell us a bit more about that side of yourself?
Okay, so when I left high school, I went to a gap year, a place that did this gap year program. It was in Cape Town, and so they were based musical theatre, performing arts, and then I went there for the gap year, and then I just got introduced to this whole new world that I never knew as a child. I mean, in school we did like little drama
Yeah.
shows and like it's small like school shows and things. But then when I got to this place, we started with makeup classes and costume design, and then it took me by surprise. Like I didn't realize that you can be as creative while doing something as costume design, and we did theatrical makeup, some makeup for shows, theatre
Yeah.
shows, even for just for normal photo shoots that we did. And then it even went further when I went to go study film.
Okay.
So yeah, I ended up in film because film was such a diverse thing. You could do
Yeah, you
acting,
can do a lot with
and
it.
then I didn't even know the behind the scenes. Like I thought I want to become an actor when I went
Mm-hmm.
to film school, and then even then I did acting for a while, and then
Good,
they're
they look
beautiful.
like real cookies. I'm sorry, I didn't mean like real
Yeah.
cookies. Look at the TikTok
It is
recipe.
real,
I'll be
yeah.
like, these look so good. Okay, so me and Carol are gonna pop this in the oven, but
For how long?
don't go anywhere. We will be back and hopefully we get to taste these amazing cookies. How many cookies are these? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times 3.
21.
5 times 3 is 21.
No, 5.
It's 5. It's
20,
5
20,
rows.
15.
15.
15.
15 good looking peanut butter cookies going into the oven. We'll be right back.
Do we go put them in the oven?
Gotta cut there. So after slaving it in the kitchen and being able to bake with Carol, our peanut butter cookies came out of the oven looking really big. nice and soft.
Big.
So I can't wait to taste them.
Yeah.
But before we dive into that, Karel decided to surprise us with some of his original art pieces. Now this cute little thing is my favorite.
Yeah, I made a mini series with them.
It looks like postcards,
Yeah,
honestly.
it's like a postcard
They're so
thing.
cute. Now I have to ask this one specifically. This one. It's
Yeah.
very colorful. I am not an art critic, nothing. I know nothing about art,
Yes.
but this is really beautiful.
Thank you.
Can you just tell us about the inspiration behind it? How long it took you to get this masterpiece? Because this, it might be this small, but I'm assuming it took a lot
It
of
takes a bit of time.
time. Yeah. So just tell us more about this little art piece.
So this is playing on perspective. So
Mm-hmm.
you can see it's 3 faces, but there's only like 4 eyes.
Mm-hmm.
So basically they intertwine. I just thought it was something interesting. As an artist, I always look for something that's different.
Yeah, very
and
unique to you as well.
Yeah, and colorful. Like I love color. It's just one of my, I can almost say, not trademarks, but basically like that.
Okay.
And one of my friends, Porchi, that was just there the other day for the paint and sip that I did, he actually inspired me when I was a student to be more colorful because I think it's easy to go super dark.
Yeah.
So that's also one thing. I never use black, so I'll combine dark colors if I want
With
to use
lighter
black.
colors. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
so if I want to create a shadow, I will use like dark blue, dark purple, maybe a bit of like maroon, and then that's how you get.
Let us have a
hopefully
taste.
can-
They are
hopefully
cooled
it's
down.
edible.
I think it is.
It must be.
They've cooled down nicely, and as you can see, we have a nice cold Coke just to put it there on the side. So cheers to that.
Cheers.
Let's open these babies, and because
Almost cut myself on camera.
please wait for behind the scenes
Yeah,
stuff.
to
Okay,
do
we don't
that.
need that right now.
You try the whole thing.
Carl, are you ready to taste
I
what a
am.
peanut butter cookie tastes like?
I'm excited.
Okay.
Moment of truth, I say.
Can
Yeah,
we
looks-
imitate TikTok?
It's a nice like texture.
Sounds great.
It's
It
not
feels
breaking.
Great. Oh, it's
Let's
breaking
break it
a
in
little.
half. Yeah.
Not half, but
Ah,
it's nice and soft in the
yes.
middle.
It reminds me of an American cookie. They like it when it's like gooey in the middle.
Really? They do.
And
It's
crispy on the outside.
Crispy here around the corners, but
Yeah.
like nice and soft in the middle.
And you can still
Okay.
see some of the
TikTok,
nuts.
we will be leaving reviews
do
afterwards.
it.
Cheers.
Just,
So crunchy. It is.
it's crunchy, it's sweet.
And you can definitely taste the peanut butter.
Definitely.
Definitely taste the peanut butter in this one.
I think this will go also very nice with a hot cup of milk at night when you're getting cold.
Exactly, but for now, this pairs perfectly with a nice Coke.
Cheers.
Cheers. So, Carl, before we go off camera and finish the rest of this cookies, because my viewers already know I'm a very messy eater. As
Me too.
unmessy as this can be, I can make it messy. Trust me.
So lately.
So, for our people out there
Mm.
that wanna join your cooking classes or join the Sip and Paint events, or simply just contact you to ask for tips, you know, some advice when it comes to their art, where can they reach out to you?
So I am Carl Kat. So I have 2 accounts. The one is just where I do live and where I do
Live
my
as Carl.
singing and everything. So there you can go find adventures of Carl Kat. So Carl spelled it the Afrikaans way, Karel. And then my art is on Carl Kat Art. That's on Facebook and Instagram. So yeah, and then you'll see my contact details and everything on
Well,
there. So,
I'm
yeah.
sure after our viewers have seen your art, they've seen your baking skills, so they know more or less what they can look out for when they
Yeah.
join a Paint and Sip event.
Yeah.
You'll definitely, hopefully, I'm pretty sure you will, get a
Please.
few calls, get a few DMs, just to know a little bit more about this. Because I don't think there is a lot of this going on at the moment, especially not in Windhoek. You think there would be, but there's not. So, a great initiative from your
Yeah.
side. We can't wait to see how Carl Cut's adventures
Thank
pops
you.
up, how serpent paints become a national thing, takes it to the coast, maybe to the north, who knows, to
Yeah,
the
that's
south.
a good thing. Like it doesn't have to stay in Windhoek. I can go
Exactly.
to the north. I can go to the south, to Swakop.
Anyway,
so yes.
Carl Cat can travel with his serpent paints. But thank you so much, Carl, for spending time with me in the
Thank
kitchen.
you,
I
Patricia.
enjoyed every moment of getting to
It
know
was
you.
amazing. Thank you for
Really
inviting me, and it's fun to do something different for
What's
a while.
Cooking had a
What's
lot of
cooking?
fun. Yes, What's Cooking had a lot of fun. But that's it from me and Carol. We have a lot of cookies to finish.
We
So
have.
for now, we're going to say bye to you guys. So till next time, bye. So I do not know about you, but I had the time of my life making these delicious cookies that I'm definitely going to be making after this episode as well. Because it's winter, it's cold, and this could go really well with some hot chocolate. Imagine peanut butter cookies and hot chocolate. But never mind that. I just want to thank you guys for watching this episode. You know where to catch What's Cooking every Friday at 9 p.m. on DSTV channel 285 and GoTV channel 25. Don't forget we're on social media as well. Go watch our TikTok, see what we do on Instagram and Facebook. But for now, this is me saying goodbye as I go and eat these delicious cookies. So bye for now.